It is hammer time. What it's going to take straight out of Compton off the top spot of the box office. Maybe American Ultra. That's where we start.
Perhaps, but we'll get a look at it and then we'll see. Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart starred in this one. They were in Adventureland a couple of years ago, and he plays a hapless stoner who just likes hanging out with his girlfriend. Lo and behold, though, he's actually a CIA sleeper agent who's just been activated.
There's a plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, babes, what's up?
Hey, I just killed two people. Two gentlemen.
That's awesome.
Why? No, these two guys were trying to, like, break into my car at work, and they had guns and knives, and they just attacked me.
Why are people trying to stab you?
I don't know. Shh. I don't know, but I'm like freaking out all over the place, babe.
Eisenberg's so good in this kind of role.
Okay, so I think awkward demeanor, he's got it.
Yeah.
Action star, believable?
It is very believable, and you know, he doesn't know why he's got all these powers, but Jesse Eisenberg himself in some of the stunts, like here, doing the gun flipping and things like that, very convincing, and him and Kristen Stewart have great romantic chemistry. Also look for a scenery chewing Topher Grace as the villain here. We talked to him earlier this week. Connie Britton and John Leguizamo has a great extended cameo. Very funny. The movie was very stylishly directed. It doesn't sort of rewrite the book when it comes to spy comedies, but I thought it was a great blend of humor thanks to the performances and a witty script and action, which is over the top and violent at times. So this is very much an R rating and 18 years movie. But the violence was very satisfying. So I thought it was a good blend of each. It did slow down a little bit as it moved on and lacked that initial sort of punch that was at the beginning of the film. But I could overall recommend this film. I thought it was a lot of fun. Just don't think too much about it.
You know, it falls in the realm of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which has that spy feel with a nice dose of comedy. How do you think that matches up to what's out there right now?
Unfortunately, I don't think this will grab a huge audience, and we see Man from U.N.C.L.E. struggling at the box office right now. Although, Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg, they do have a following, so I think this will be big with the millennials and those who just like a fun action movie.
How many hammers?
3 out of 5.
Okay. Now, video game turn movie. The critics, what I'm hearing is not good about this movie, Hitman Agent 47.
This is probably the worst movie of the summer, if not the entire year so far. It is basically a video game on screen. Rupert Friend plays Hitman Agent 47 based on the highly successful video game series. One of the big problems is Rupert Friend is a great English actor. Here he is not playing UK, so he has to cover up his accent, and that results in some very stilted wooden acting. The script, frankly, is like right out of a video game, and the plot itself and the way the action unfolds is like it's like a video game. The only problem is you can't skip past anything, and you're not interacting. You have to sit there, and you're forced to endure it. And even in the trailers, in some of the explosions and the special effects, I'm not going to sort of, you know, get on the CGI train and saying that CGI is ruining movies, but the effects in the movie were not convincing at all.
And Rupert Friend, a familiar face to Homeland fans out there. Do you think if there was a different leading man, it would change the momentum of this movie?
I absolutely do. I think you needed someone with a little more charisma. The other thing with this movie is there's no opportunity for jokes. It's completely joyless, so it's a dismal affair, and the violence is over the top, and so it's somewhat enjoyable on a superficial level. Some of the sequences were okay, but it takes good actors, like you see Zachary Quinto there, and gives them a script that makes them seem so horrible at acting because of some of these lines of dialogue they have to utter. So I was totally bored with Hitman. I couldn't wait for it to be over, and as I say, one of the worst of the summer.
How many hammers you laying down for
I'll
this?
give it 1.
You still gave it 1?
Yeah, I'll give it 1. I give it a little bit for some of the interesting sequences there.
All right, they showed up at the box office. Thanks for that.